I'm going to show you why you need to get a pre-purchase inspection. This car was in a accident. This is what they ended up with. It's just really sad to see a predatory practice like that. There's no excuses for this. Hey everyone, and welcome back to DC MotorWerks. And today, not in front of me, we are in a 2023 Lexus IS350. And today I'm gonna show you why you need to get a pre-purchase inspection. So like I said, this is a 2023 Lexus IS350, so only a couple years old. And we don't normally work on stuff like this, but a good friend of mine reached out to me because his cousin bought this car off a independent car lot, we'll say, and took it in for an oil change. And this is where we ended up. Of course, you want to ask yourself what happened. That is because this car was in a accident. A little more than an accident, but was not listed on Carfax or anything like that. Unfortunately for the buyer of this car. I tell you, those prices that you see that you're like, man, this deal seems too good to be true. It probably is, because this one was multiple $1,000s less than a comparable certified pre-owned IS350 that they had looked at as well. Just have a look at what happened here. And unfortunately, this is kind of running rampant in the industry right now, where people will like buy a car off Copart that has like the front end totally blown off of it, and they'll put just like headlights and a bumper on it so it looks normal. But then when you open up the hood or look more closely, you see like what we have here. We quickly realized just how bad this car was hit, because everything here is bent. So this is the actual like body frame rail. And you see it has torn loose from the seam sealer because it was hit so hard, and everything has been kind of tweaked in here, and it has been kind of doctored up, but it's not good. Because the worst part of it, and what happened when they took this car for an oil change, is that they saw that the subframe was cracked in two. So you know, the part that actually supports the engine, the suspension, and everything, which is quite dangerous. And unfortunately, this being Georgia and many other states as well, and if you've ever seen the buyer's guide on the window of a car, you will see as is no warranty. And unfortunately, that left this new owner that she just shelled out thousands and thousands of dollars for this car, lots of hard-earned money, was stuck with a monster repair bill because of some undisclosed damage. But while I say undisclosed, it wasn't 100% undisclosed, and that is why you have to look very closely at your paperwork when you're buying a car. This owner signed off on that the car could have possible frame damage, all the stuff that is in that buyer's guide that says as is, no warranty. After buying this car, I think it was high 20-ish thousand dollars, I don't remember exactly, immediately took it to a Lexus certified collision center and got a quote for, I think it was $14,000 or something like that, to repair all of this. So a very, very significant wreck, which I'm amazed that it's not on Carfax. This car did have a minor accident listed, but I want to say it was in the rear. I forget exactly. I'd have to pull up the Carfax again. This could have been saved with a pre-purchase inspection. That is why we harp on those so much. You know, generally a couple $100, you know, $200-300. I know Lemon Squad is a great option for that as well. Would have immediately noticed this, or just take someone with you. You know, even while you're looking at the car, you don't really need to take a mechanic. I would recommend it, but on a newer car like this, you know, you wouldn't expect anything crazy, but this is what they ended up with. And like I said, my good friend reached out to me and said, can you please help? And that is why the car ended up here. The repair is pretty intensive, as you can see, because the engine is out of it. That is because in order to get this frame rail and everything straightened out so that the new subframe can go in, because the mounting point moved, and that is why it cracked the subframe in two. I'm amazed this car still drove without much issue. I didn't drive it, but I imagine they didn't really notice that anything was awry, because like I said, the only reason they found out is because they took it for an oil change. There is more to be done, because to do this whole frame rail and everything that is to be done, you actually have to remove the dash, and it goes into the firewall, and it is a real integral piece of this car. It's just unfortunate. And it all could have been saved with just a quick inspection. And even then, I think some of the wheels are wrong. You can see the tires look stretched. It is a lipsticked car, unfortunately. But we're here and we're trying to help save some money, use some wholesale contacts and things like that to get some parts for better prices and some body shop contacts to help with the framework and so on. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it is a good learning opportunity, I suppose. The take home here is get a pre-purchase inspection, take someone with you. That couple $100 or so can save you thousands and thousands in the long run. So it really is unfortunate because, you know, this could be, you know, your wife, girlfriend, daughter, husband, son, whichever. And I think they were after the right thing. They bought a Lexus, which is what a lot of us mechanics like to say, buy Toyota, Lexus. Yes, we work on Lambos and Mercedes and stuff like that. But when you are looking for transportation, just kind of A to B reliable, these are really hard to beat. And like I said, it's only 2 years old. It's just really sad to see a predatory practice like that when buying a car, that someone was okay sending someone off in this car knowing full well that it had such damage. I mean, just look at the subframe down here. Get cameraman down in here. So this is the engine mount, the passenger side engine mount. And there you can see that the subframe, it's just broken, it's gone. It could have just totally collapsed. And who knows, while you're driving down the freeway at 80 miles an hour, what more could have happened with this. And it's just really hurts my feelings to see that someone was okay selling this. You can kind of tell I'm a little lost for words because it really is upsetting to see something like this happen. And I mean, you can just see how blatant that it is. I mean, look, you've got like a sheet metal decking screw in there, and just like, they've just got like a bolt in here, and like, it's just cobbled together. There's no word, there's no excuses for this, you know, like it's someone's safety is at stake, financial safety, physical safety, other people's safety. It's just amazing. And that's why you really need to be careful with stuff like this. It gives our industry a bad rap, and that's really not what you want for your family member or yourself or anything like that. So don't want to sound like a salesman here, but take someone with you, get the PPI. It's $200-300 worth of insurance to avoid something like this. Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon when you're ready to see more. Hopefully we don't see any more of this, and we'll get back to the fun Mercedes and Lambo and all that fun stuff. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.